Guys, today we're looking at a Honda CRV that was having some braking issues, particularly in the rear. Alright, so currently what I've done is just simply jacked the vehicle up in the rear, located the area of which I think the sound is coming from. Metal scraping sound, extremely loud though, obviously having to do with brakes. Upon taking the wheel off and just looking further, we obviously notice that the rotor is scratched to heck. It's warped, beyond warped, and it needs to be replaced, you know. If you can figure out if it can be turned on a lathe still, and you've still got some surface, well, then it might be worth saving, but the rotors in this case were pretty cheap. As a replacement, we decided to use the AutoZone parts. You know, I've bought some things from them in the past, but nonetheless, the Duralast parts are a lifetime warranty, with an exception to the rotors, of course, being a 2-year or a 5-year warranty, depending on which ones you get. Now, these were the cheapest pads, of course. They don't sell the Value Craft anymore, which was a little bit lower line than the Duralast. AutoZone makes the Duralast, if you're unaware. Use their brake pads for quite a while, though, so they're pretty well saturated in the market now. So this wasn't just a normal brake change, because the pads didn't appear to be worn. If we take a look at the caliper bracket here, one of the brake pads is in still decent shape. There's some material left on there still. But then, of course, if we look at the other one, well, we'll see that. Right, okay, so that's why we were hearing metal, and then that's what was eating away at the rotor, causing that to basically just grind itself down. So upon further inspection, I did take the old pads off, take the C-clamp to the caliper, and find out that we're in good hands. The caliper is not stuck. So that piston on that caliper was able to be pushed back, as you would do with any brake pad change. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rotor off here, as we decided to buy a new one, and show you how to just easily put this stuff on in another video, guys. Really strange sizing on the CRV. Happened to turn out to be, what is it, a 19 millimeter for the lug nuts, and in this case there were locking lugs on all the wheels, so one of the lug nuts is a lock that you need the key for. That's also a 19. It's got a male end on it. I think it's lying around here somewhere. And then, of course, good old 17 millimeter for those caliper bracket bolts. And these are normally 14 millimeters, the bolts that go on, that, you know, that hold the caliper to the pads, but these weren't the normal Honda 14 mil. These were those guys were a 12 millimeter on the caliper. So we'll address some of the rust under here soon and give it a little bit of an inspection after we do this, but this is just as simple as popping in the new pads. If we've been able to get that piston on that caliper to compress and fit back inside of there, we know we're in good hands and it's not going to be stuck, most likely. We've got our pads that have been provided with the factory clips on them, so we're not going to have any issue just popping those on in. Let's give it a try quick. Alright, so for $23.99 plus tax, the basic Duralast, not the Golds, not the Maxes, and not the GT Streets that AutoZone carries, but these are the regular basic Duralast, lifetime warranty, and trust me, a lot of people take advantage of that warranty. So, yeah, let's see if these guys fit in. They obviously have the clips we need on the back included. So, it looks like all our hardware is here. Just to fill you guys in, after working in the automotive industry for over 10 years, the calipers, you're best getting them as a reman if you just need one, and, well, if you need two, well, for this one it happened to be about $83 for remanufactured, but it does not come with the bracket. No caliper that is remanufactured will come with the bracket, most likely. If you need the bracket, you must buy the new caliper. Alright, so as you can see here, you need to figure out how these pads are going to go back in to make this job go as quick as possible. And we're lucky to get them kind of put together like this, as you can see. So this is how a set on one axle or hub, not axle, one wheel should look. So if we look at our old configuration of the bracket with the pad still in there, we kind of see that, alright, that fits like that, and then obviously this one's going to go something like that in there, at least it should. Let's go ahead and get this one out of here and see if we can fit this guy in here. Alright, and it looks like, to the best of my abilities, it seems to go on this particular vehicle something like this.